Hello! I'm Chandra from Mysteries of Writing. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button as I post videos about writing, the writing process, and all things writerly and bookish. So today I'm doing my weekly Wednesday Avoiding Clichés series. And today we're talking about forests and fantasy novels. Have you ever noticed how forests are always in a fantasy novel? There's a whole amount of different places, ranging from land, sea, and from outer space that you could use. Well, that's why today we're going on a little trip around the world to see some other beautiful and mysterious looking places around the world. So grab your sun hat, grab your sunglasses, and grab a coat and something warm because it might get a little bit chilly as well. So just a quick little disclaimer. Unfortunately, I won't be able to put any pictures of these places, but I'll be linking all of them in the description box down below because of copyright issues. So yeah. So since I'm in South Africa right now, our first stop is going to be at Bergsluk Potholes in Mpumalanga. So they are found in the third largest river canyon in the world. So this is a river canyon, that's Blyde River's canyon, formed by the phenomenon of river water swirling around and eroding away at rocks. So this can be quite a mystical kind of place if you want to use it instead of forests. There's a lot of rocks and water. Our next stop will still be local. We're going to the Northern Cape and we're going to pass Namaqualand during the flowering season, of course. I know it's still early, but we're going to pretend it's August or September, okay? So basically Namaqualand flowers during August and September, and there's beautiful fields of flowers, and basically you can use a landform where there's lots of flowers as well for fantasy. That could be a really cool setting as well, I think. Now we're going to travel a little bit more north and straight into Namibia, where you find Skeleton Coast. This place is basically deserty land, and I think you find skeletons. There's pictures of boats on there. I don't know, the imagery is great. It could be really good for some fantasy books. So a little bit more northeast from Namibia, we're gonna hit the Maldives. And there's this beautiful sea called the Sea of the Maldives. This sea has plankton, I think it is, that in the night they just glow and it looks like a starry sea. So that could also be a different setting for a fantasy novel. So we're still going to travel a little bit more north and into Croatia. So in Croatia they have the Plitvice Lakes National Park, and it's full of waterfalls and lakes, and it's just so beautiful. And now let's just snap to winter and think about how that looks. So I'll link both of those in my description. But it's so beautiful, and it works in place of a forest because, well, there's still trees. So a little bit more north in Denmark, the Faroe Islands. Now I'm not so sure how all of this comes together, but there's houses with grass over their roofs. And literally this could inspire a lot of ideas for a fantasy novel as well. Instead of going back to, say, the medieval times, we could think about lands that already exist nowadays. And now we're going to travel to the United States of America in Utah. I'm sorry if I said this wrong, but it's also another canyon, but it looks a little bit different from the canyon that I mentioned in South Africa. But it also could be a very cool spot for a fantasy novel because there's all these rock formations and it looks different. You've got to look at the pictures, it's amazing. And now we're going to travel down to South America. We're going to find Mount Roraima in Venezuela. And basically, it's this beautiful mountain. It's a butte, and it's got clouds around it, or at least that's what it looks like in the images. And that's very inspiring for a fantasy novel setting, and I just thought that could be an idea as well. And now we're going to travel off to the Philippines. They have Bohol Island, where you can find chocolate hills. So now this one's a mystery in itself because no one actually understands how it formed completely, but it's a whole bunch of dome-shaped little hills that are literally all together. They are covered in green grass that turns brown like chocolate, and that's where it gets its name from. So by the Philippines, there are people who are still known as the sea nomads, and I actually got this idea from a blog that I'll also link here in the description box, where she was also talking about different sort of settings, and she's mentioned a whole bunch of different landforms as well, so you can go check those out. They're also a great idea, but basically it's like sea nomads, and maybe if your story lends itself to it, then you could have some settings just like that. And now we're going to go off to New Zealand, where we'll find Great Caves. And basically it's similar to the Maldives thing, but there's some beautiful images of people in boats and they're traveling through lakes. And basically above them, the tops of the caves look like they've got little stars all over them. So it's really cool. Well, that's it for now. That's just a few ideas, and just think about it. If I could name a few places, just imagine how many other land formations there are out there that could be used instead of forests, and they all have some sort of magical idea to them. And now, by all means, this doesn't mean you have to stop the whole forest setting. If your story has to have a forest and you really want to do that, then I'm no one to tell you not to, so go ahead and do it. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe!